I'm up to the stage where I need to squirt some primer on these ailerons. These are the upper ailerons. And it occurred to me that before I do that, perhaps you might like to see how the aileron bearings fit into the scheme of things, because you're probably not going to be able to see them pretty soon. In the next week or two, you're not going to be able to see them. I hope to have these wings covered and the ailerons covered, so it'll cover up a lot of stuff. Let's have a look at just this, whatever wing this is, they're upper wing. They're both upper wings, but this is the bit that I was referring to. You've got a bolt that comes in from here. The wingtip will go here on this side, on this end, and the other wingtip on that end. This hinge bolt goes through there, through this riblet, through this main structural piece, and extends out here with a bush on it. This is a bush on top. So you've just got a fairly standard bolt. This is an assembly bolt that I've got. It's not necessarily the one that's going to be used. It's got no, it's not drilled. It's the bush, when it's in and done up, and this nut goes on, will hold that in place so the bush doesn't turn. The bush will be solid. What actually turns is the bearing that's mounted on the end of the aileron. So this bearing will turn on that bush. Okay, yours, if you've got a Renegade Spirit, it should pretty much look like this. Might get a bit better look at this one, not really. Okay, but that's all it is some sort of a bronze bush riveted onto the end of the aileron. But it supplies the bearing so the ailerons can move freely. But that's all it is. Now these couple of washers, the big ones here, like this one, will actually fit over the bush. There's two of those. In this particular aileron, I've got a fat one and a skinny one. That's them both there. Their task in life is to control the end float of the aileron. So the aileron can't go too far this way because these washers are in the road, and it can't go too far the other way because these washers are in the road. And here on this end, I've got two fat ones. Yeah, it's the same sort of deal as the other end, but that just put the aileron in the right location compared to the wing on the aileron, or on the wing for that matter, because once those covers are done, once the fabric's on, you're not going to be able to see very much, and it's going to be very awkward. Of course, I'll show you that what I can at the time, but that's what it looks like, and that's what yours will look like underneath. I'm going to do this bolt up, of course, before I install the wingtip. But if I ever need to get the bolt back out again, then I'm going to have to drill a hole in the wingtip, which I'm not going to do for now. This is the lower aileron. It's pretty much the same as the other one. It's the same as the upper one that I've just shown you, except these riblets are at 90 degrees to the spar. The spar runs along this rivet line, right here, and these ribs are 90 degrees to the rivet line. The other ones, because the upper wing has sweep, the ribs on the upper wing are on an angle. But the rest of it, the attachment points are the same. Obviously the lower ailerons are the master ailerons. There's a couple of the couple of spaces in there for the washers, but the same sort of, exactly the same setup as the upper ones. The upper ones obviously don't have this mechanism to make them go. They're just driven by a rod that runs between this point on the lower aileron up to a similar point on the upper aileron. This end's the same. This is what I was saying about the tips being, in the throes of being installed right now. But I think I'll just install it. Remember, the bolt came through this direction, and it'll have a nut and a washer and a split pin. If I ever have to remove it, then I'll consider cutting a hole, probably in the bottom, but I'll cut a hole in the wingtip at that point. This wingtip will eventually be riveted on, so it's not removable, or certainly not easily removable anyway. But there you go. That's a little bit about ailerons and aileron hinge points. But yeah, so pretty soon, with any luck, pretty soon they'll have a bit of primer on them, and then obviously the fabric after that. Okay, have a great day. See you later.